Have you ever watched a movie from your childhood and thought it doesn't quite hold up like you remember? Well, then you would enjoy our bi-weekly series, Does It Hold Up?, where we revisit classic genre films with a special guest to help us determine if it is as good or as bad as we remember. It's a whole lot of fun, so you should check it out. But only if you like fun. If you enjoy sorrow and despair, I'm sorry, I can't help you.
Please check out the Drunk Bantha channel. They clearly are ready for being seen at a higher level.
Hello, you beautiful nerds. So, Joker 2. I'm not calling it that French title. Whether or not I can pronounce that title is not a question I need answered. So I'm just gonna call it Joker 2. So, is it any good? Like, I'm genuinely asking. I haven't watched it.
Ha! Got him!
I almost bought a ticket to this movie, but much like the Dennis Quaid Reagan movie that came out this year, my curiosity and desire to know exactly how bad that movie was gonna be was quelled by the realization that the only way to truly answer that question is to actually see it. So I did not. I especially didn't want to see it after everything that I'm hearing about it. Joker, I mean, not Reagan. But although I haven't heard anything good about Reagan either. But yeah, everybody, even the people who liked the first movie, which I did not, they don't seem to be really enjoying this movie. It seems like it's just a musical / courtroom drama, and neither one of them were executed particularly well. This kind of seems like the easiest sequel to make if you're gonna make a Joker and Harley Quinn movie. Joker gets sent to Arkham. Joker meets Harley in Arkham. They fall in love, they break out, and they cause a bunch of damage and mayhem throughout the streets of Gotham until they're eventually taken out in a big Bonnie and Clyde type fanfare if Todd Phillips really wanted to just let this be his last DC movie. But whatever, I didn't see the movie. I feel weird talking about it when I didn't see it. Like, even though I'm sure it's not good because nobody liked it, I don't want to shit on this movie that I haven't even seen. So instead, I decided to watch a different movie about a killer clown called So I went to see this movie recently with my buddy Mariana from the Morbid Zoo YouTube channel. I like to shout her out because she's the homie and also because she's way smarter than me. If you've seen any of her videos, you know that she's incredibly intelligent, especially when it comes to movie and television analysis. So that's why I was personally very surprised when she invited me to go see this movie. Like, this was her idea. She asked me to come. I had never seen the previous two Terrifier films, so I spent the week catching up, and oh my Lanta. These are some fucked up movies. Why do you guys like these movies so much? With a shoestring budget and buckets of blood, these people were able to make a cult classic film. Even if you don't like these movies, the incredibly huge fan base is undeniable. A lot of people fuck with Art the Clown, and I feel like the imagery of the clown and the performance of the actor playing the main character he's not the main character, but the actor playing Art the Clown, he's definitely doing a lot to carry this franchise, especially that first movie. In the first two films, the story isn't that interesting, and it's really just the insane kills that are holding your interest throughout the whole movie. And that's pretty much the vibe of the new film, but it is done a little bit better where it's a little bit more enjoyable. Now, admittedly, I'm sure the fact that this is set during Christmas has a lot to do with the reason why I personally enjoyed this movie a little bit more. Like, I've always been a fan of the aesthetic of Christmas, you know, like the pure white snow and the colorful lights and the beautiful decorations. Contrast it with something very demented, like Batman Begins or Nightmare Before Christmas or even Lethal Weapon. I don't know why, but I love it when there's a blend of those two visuals. They just really come together like butt cheeks.
Maybe you like spaghetti and meatball? You more comfortable with that analogy?
And Art the Clown in a Santa costume is just, I mean, it's chef's kiss. It is so unsettling. This film pretty much continues right where the last one left off. You know, when the crazy lady with no face gave birth to a clown head. You remember that? This new film follows Sophia and her little brother from Terrifier 2 as they try to move on from this very traumatic event where this killer ghost demon clown killed their mom 5 years prior. And of course, at the beginning of this movie, Art starts wreaking havoc again. Not sure why he waited 5 years to start killing people again. That's not really explained why he had this hibernation period, but whatever, he's back because we're making a new movie. It's time for a new movie. But this time he's got a new psychopathic lady friend with him who is just doing unspeakable things with a shard of glass. I'm telling you, man, This movie is fucking nuts. So much gross stuff happens. Like, I was talking to a friend of mine, and she said in her theater, there were about like 8 people who walked out from at the very beginning in the first kill scene. And then there was another kill scene later on in the film that had more people walk out during her screening, to the point where there was just like 5 people left in the theater. Which is weird, because on the one hand, I'm like, I know what kills they're talking about. They're pretty brutal. But on the other hand, like, why are you here? Like, this is Terrifier 3. You can't come into this movie with a squeamish sensibility. Like, this is the 3rd time we're doing this. And the 2 scenes that my friend was even talking about wouldn't, like, those personally weren't even the most upsetting scenes in the movie for me. Like, there is a spoiler warning and like really gross shit warning. There is a scene in this movie that is one of the most upsetting, gross, distressing things I've ever seen in a movie. Like, I damn near yelled at the screen, like, stop, just stop that. Put that down. I didn't really like this movie, but if Joker 2 was more like this, I think that I would have like actually gone to go see it. Like, if I heard that Joker 2 was more like Terrifier 3, I would have been like, all right, yeah, I'm down. I'm down for a really fucked up time. Because it's weirdly satisfying seeing these 2 demented, awful creatures who are in love with each other or something just open up a can of batshit all over this small town. I don't understand the rules or the lore of this franchise. Like, is Art the Clown a demon? Is he a ghost? In the first movie, I thought he was just like a weird, creepy guy until the very end, where I was just like, okay, there's obviously something supernatural is going on. And I also don't understand the connection with like Homegirl's dad and Art the Clown. Like, is he aware of Art the Clown? There's so many questions that are raised that are not answered. The biggest question I have is how this creepy clown guy eating this poor innocent woman's face gives her the ability to give birth to his head after it's been decapitated. Like, that's a question I would have liked to answer. But you know what? On the whole, for the most part, none of that shit matters.
It don't matter. None of this matters.
If any or all of these questions were answered, I don't think it would make this movie any better, or any of these movies any better, because these movies are just unbridled nonsense. It's just insanity, and like, how crazy can the kills get and how hilarious can they be? I do think that this kind of movie is enjoyed better in a group. Like, I saw this movie with like 4 other people, and the whole theater seemed kind of like in on it. Like, everybody knew the assignment, everybody knew what kind of time they were in for, so everybody was like laughing and having a ball at just like how absurd and uncomfortable the movie was making it. This is kind of just like the perfect movie to throw on in the background of like a Halloween party, or maybe even a Christmas party. I'm probably gonna watch this for Christmas. But yeah, definitely just like background noise while like you and your friends are getting wasted, and every once in a while you'll like turn over to the screen and be like, whoa, what the fuck is happening over here? But this ain't no A24 movie. This isn't even a Blumhouse movie. This is a lowbrow, bloody gore fest that is best enjoyed with friends. My ranking, I didn't hate it. Okay, that's it for this review. Sorry for trolling you guys. That was pretty mean.
Gosh, you stinker.
But Terrifier 3 is beating Joker 2 at the box office right now, so I'm not the only one who made this decision. But guys, let me know what you thought of Terrifier 3 and what you thought of Joker 2. Like, I'm curious of what you thought, especially if you liked the first one. And feel free to check out my review of the first Joker film. And consider perusing through our merch store, where we have hats, hoodies, shirts, mugs, and a bunch of other shit with our stupid name on it. But until next time, stay safe, my little murderous clowns, and may the force be with you.